guys, Steve and Jen here from Top Guns. Today we're going to go over the 6 criteria we have in looking for a self-defense firearm.
Number 1 is certainly picking out a firearm that you as an individual would be willing to keep on your person at all times. So if you're making a decision to carry that firearm, it doesn't do you any good to pick a firearm that's either A, too big, B, too heavy. For whatever reason, you can't conceal it. So be sure and pick a firearm size and weight that works for the way you dress so that you're able to keep this firearm on you at all times.
Number 2 would just be reliability. You want to make sure that every time you pull that trigger, it's going to go bang.
Number 3, durability. Durability is a little bit different than reliability. Durability is saying that this weapon or firearm is not going to break under stressful conditions. If you were to drop it, if you were to fall on it, things of that nature, you get in a physical confrontation, etc. You don't want the hammer breaking off if you're carrying a firearm with a hammer, or certainly safety, anything of that nature. You want to have a firearm that is certainly durable as well.
Number 4 would be pointability. And Steve, would you like to explain a little bit what that means?
Absolutely. Pointability is simply saying that this particular firearm points well for you. And everybody is going to be a little bit different because we all have different size hands, we all have different muscle memory, and so what points well for me may not point as well for Jen or for you at home. So what we'd encourage you to do to test that is to pick a small spot somewhere, maybe about 10-15 feet away from you. Take your firearm, unload it, clear it, make sure it's safe, and then once you've done that, you're going to simply look at whatever that item is, and you're going to reach up, you're going to point at that item with your firearm. Now, I don't want you to aim at it, simply point at it. Now, without moving your firearm at all, you're going to move your eyes to the sights. And if your sights are naturally lined up for you, then that is a very pointable weapon. If it does not point well for you, or if it's off a little bit, you want to minimize that and pick a firearm that points the best for your purposes. Number 5 is going to be accuracy. We kind of put accuracy towards the bottom of this list for a couple of reasons. Number 1, anytime you're talking about self-defense, you're typically dealing with a situation that is a little bit closer in proximity, and so putting every round center mass is going to be a little bit easier, especially when you're talking about modern day firearms where accuracy is already kind of built in to most modern day firearms if you're buying something that's at least of reasonable quality.
The final thing on our list would be price, just because you don't want to necessarily put a price on something that's going to defend your life.
And certainly that's not us as a gun shop saying, hey, buy something expensive. Right. That's us simply saying, shop your price, make sure you're getting a good deal on whatever it is that you want. But don't be necessarily that person that goes in and buys a $150 gun if the reality is you can afford to purchase something that is a little higher quality. So, and that's not to say that you can't get good quality for a low amount.
Right.
Typically the threshold is around that $500 mark. At $500 you can get a lot of really high quality firearms. And there's certainly a slew of brands out there that would meet that criteria.
All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. As always, be sure to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your comments below and let us know how you felt about it.
Take care.